What's going on, guys? My name is Hunter McKinley. I am the CMO here at Yak, which is a voice messaging tool for remote teams. And the guys over at Running Remote asked me to give a little tips and some insight as to what our experience was with the booth. So I won't make it too long. I'll try to make it as insightful and impactful as I can. So without further ado, here it goes. So Running Remote was actually our first remote event. The first one being like fully online, not in person, no booth, no in person anything. Like it was fully online, and I have to say it was actually a really good experience. It was our first one. I've been to several other events and sponsored several other events online, and theirs was actually the best. And I'm not just saying that. That's why we're actually trying to partner up with them. Running Remote is really good at like finding the people that are really in it together. They're very open, very honest, and genuine communicators across the world, which is really cool. What made our booth successful? A lot of people were telling us that when they came to our booth that we were the only ones that were there the entire event. You know, people came in for a few hours at a time, but we were there from start to finish. And we might have clocked out around 9 p.m. our time. I just couldn't make anybody stay up that much longer because it is on a different time zone. However, it sounds dumb, but like we had set aside that whole entire day for the real Running Remote conference in person. So the logic is, if we already had that whole day planned out to be at a physical booth, then let's just have that whole day planned out to be at the virtual booth. I actually said this. I hope I had a screenshot of this, but I said, "Hey guys, we're having a lawn chair party. Bring BYOB over here," and I drop a link to our booth. Right, that would bring in like 10 or 12 people, which doesn't sound like a lot, but 10 or 12 people. One of those guys was Joe. If you're not there to freaking sell, and you're not just sitting there just talking about and just pitching the whole time, and you're actually asking them questions, they're always, by the last 30 seconds to a minute, they will always ask, "Okay, so what do you do?" And that's when I go into it. It's like, yeah, actually, I'm an exhibitor here. Yak's a voice messaging for remote teams. You know, I know you're a remote team, so if you want to, actually, I'm really enjoying this conversation. If you want to join in, I would love you to meet Emilio. And they're always like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And then they come in, and then they would just join the conversation. They would sign up for the website. That's really it. I mean, the whole point of this is just to try to take the best of physical events and bring it to your virtual event. And in a lot of ways, this actually helped us get connected even more. I think of this as more of quality rather than quantity, because you can talk, because I've done this before. You can talk to literally thousands of people at a physical event and not get the same value as talking to just a few dozen at a virtual event. They might be doing some things in the future that are different, but like we didn't have thousands of people at our booth. I just made sure that every single person that was there, I encouraged them to come on. The flow is going from either social media, the networking tab, or the general chat, and then coming down into coming into our booth. So that's step one, is just top of funnel coming down into our booth. Once they're into our booth, the next step is getting them into the call, into the actual call. So if you can entertain them, that's great, but we're not great entertainers. We just want to talk to you. So once we get them into the call, after that, it's game over, because then everybody starts joining. We had like 6 or 7 people in our call at one point. Those are the ones that are going to help us get into hundreds of companies across the United States and across the world. Because what ends up happening is Yak relies on the network effect and a lot of word of mouth. So if we build that one connection with, Kai and Joe, and they tell their friends and their colleagues about it, then that's great for us. So this is probably all obvious to you, but to me, that's I'm just trying to describe to you what the mindset is that we're going in, because with these other booths, like I said, it's sort of hit or miss. I talk to maybe 1 or 2 people that I end up connecting with for the long haul, but I've connected with several people over Running Remote, and I still have those connections to this day, literally getting emails right this second about feedback on Yak, which is everything I needed and more. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys. We're going to be sponsoring the next event, so obviously you'll be seeing me a lot. I'm going to be trying to sponsor every Running Remote event, even partnering with them, everything that I can do to help them succeed, because they're doing the same for us. It's this nice little circle. Igor, Anna, Hannah, everybody over there has really been amazing. So if you see me, say you watch this, I'll get you a discount on Yak, which I know that wasn't the point of this video, but I've just like the remote community is just so tight right now that we just need to stick together. High tide rises all boats. So if you see me, say something. If not, go to Twitter. You can follow me on Hunter Moonshot. Hunter, at Hunter Moonshot. Just reach out to me. I'd be happy to look at your sizzle reel, your headline, what you think you want to post in the general chats, what you want to be on your video, who should be at your booth, how many people, how to set it up. I'm pretty much game for all that stuff, because the bigger running a remote becomes, the more people that get to see me. I'm pretty selfish. So anyway, if you guys have anything else, let me know. But I hope to see you there. I can't wait.